Assalamu alaikum, how are everyone? Today, me and my group are going to talk about data-driven process improvement. In this slide, I will talk about alignment failure. There are two important definitions, data and information. Data is a factual information such as measurement or statistics used as a basis for discussion, while information is knowledge obtained from investigation, study, or instruction. These two definitions tell us that the information is gained from the proper use and analysis of data. Actually, data by itself does nothing. Also, in some cases, having data may actually give us a false sense of knowledge. I have an important note that the ability to collect infinite data means nothing if it cannot be transformed into a usable information. Failure to align performance goals and operation can summarized in two main outcomes. The first outcome is that it can result in lost opportunities and wasted resources. The second outcome is that the organization actually measures the wrong things. Now, what is gap analysis? Gap analysis is a process that compares actual performance versus expected performance and determines if expectations are met or not. Also, gap analysis can be summarized in a few questions. Where are we now? Where do we wish we were? And how are we going to close this gap? And also, we should have an action plan. An action plan is a useful way to visualize tasks necessary to complete a goal and identifies who is responsible for complete each task. Also, it indicates when tasks should be completed. Now I will let you with my friend Muhammad, he will complete.
Thank you, my friend Firas. I am Muhammad Al-Attas and now I will talk about the data. There are two kinds of data, quantitative data and qualitative data. The quantitative data can be expressed as a number and measured. We can statistically manipulate and visualize quantitative data. Examples for quantitative data are cars, driving speed, and room temperature. On the other hand, qualitative data cannot be expressed as a number nor be measured. Qualitative data can typically be sorted by category, not by a number. Examples for qualitative data are our names and holiday destination. There is two types of quantitative data, discrete data and continuous data. And there is also two types of qualitative data, nominal data and ordinal data. IoT data examples from sensors. The first one, chemical sensor. The second one, radiation sensor. And the last one, temperature sensor. Example for chemical sensor is smoke detector, and for radiation sensor, neutron detectors, and for the last one, temperature sensor, thermometer. IoT sources, data sources. The power of IoT comes from what we do with the data. This insight and action can be generated in three areas: on edge, in the fog, or the cloud. The edge is the action taken near the thing. Example, self-driving car. The fog is the action taken between edge and the cloud. Example, when your bank sends you a fraudulent transaction alert. The cloud is the action taken in the core enterprise system. Example, optimizing maintenance schedules.
Thank you, my friend Muhammad. Hello, I am Muhannad Ghulam, and today I will talk to you about the process map. What does process map mean? A process map is a visual tool that displays all critical steps in a specific process in quantities easily, the flow of both materials and information. Okay, now we know what is process map. The second one is what does it include? The process map includes identifying sequence and identifying inputs and outputs. Okay, identifying sequence of steps in the process and identifying inputs and outputs for each process step and any critical decision points. So, how do you begin creating these maps? We have 3 ways to creating these maps. First of all, we have to get the right team. The right team, you need to enlist the people who actually do the work, as well as others who are responsible for the process. And the second one, room your team can use. What is the room your team can use? Find the room your team can use. It should have plenty of wall space for you to hang the paper for creating the map, the Gamba, which means you are going to go on a field trip to where the work actually takes place. This is where you will collect data and information about the process. And the last one is documenting. Documenting means when you are done gathering these data, go back to the room and begin documenting the process on sticky notes. In a typical map, the process flows from left to right. Write clearly on sticky note. Use one sticky note for each process activity and another one for the relevant data relating to that step. This allows you to move your process steps without having to redraw the entire map. General structure. General structures consist of 3 things. The first one is parallel process. The second one is gap analysis of current state map. And the last one is inspections and loop. Parallel process. Parallel process is a sequence of activities or tasks that is executed by another resource that occurs or concurrently with the primary process. The parallel process may or may not be considered to be part of the primary process. A common mapping mistake is to use a single decision block with a multi-step question in it. The gap analysis of current map state is review strategic goals and KPIs and use information from the catchball conversations and review map to identify gaps between expected and actual data collection. And the last one is don't forget to use issues identified during mapping process. And the last point we have is inspections and loops. Loops are usually created to repair or rework errors of defects in a transition. Loops are regions of the process in which the transition exists. The primary process flow and re-enters the process in prior step. And the last thing, loops always start with the decision or inspection. That's all I have. Thank you for listening.